Hey, what's up guys? Spencer Rhodes here, and this is my review of The Walking Dead Season 9, Episode 12. So, this episode was fairly good, maybe one of the weaker ones of the season. I don't think it was a bad episode by any means. I think that, I've just absolutely loved almost every episode of the season. And this episode was just kind of good. It didn't blow me away. And that's okay. I mean, there's 16 episodes in each season of the show, at least for the most part. And for one or two of them to just be good and not great, I mean, that's basically the expectation. You know, that's pretty reasonable. I still think it was a good episode. I don't think it was a bad episode. And like I said, I'm just so used to this season just being just at the top of the game as far as quality. So this episode was good. It just, didn't quite just completely destroy my expectations or exceed my expectations or anything. But it was good. Anyway, so we learn a lot more about the Whisperers. We see the Whisperers camp and where they live. Henry is going after Lydia, and he gets grabbed by Beta, and this is basically the episode where we meet Beta. And that was pretty cool. He didn't get a lot of lines in this episode, and he just kind of seemed like Alpha's sidekick. And one thing I want to say is, while I was watching this episode, and I was watching Beta and watching Alpha and watching the dynamic between Beta and Alpha, I was like, shit. I don't think they can really. I don't think Alpha's gonna get her comic death. I don't think Negan's gonna cut Alpha's head off and then Beta become the main villain, because I don't see it anymore. I mean, Alpha's fairly different from the comics. In the comics, she wasn't this evil. I mean, she was evil, but she wasn't super evil. In the show, it seems like she's just super fucking evil. I mean, she hit her daughter when she was 3, before she became Alpha, back when everything was normal. She just seems like a monster, and yeah, she does, in her own way, love her daughter, but I don't know. I mean, maybe TV Alpha and comic Alpha aren't that different, but it seems like in the TV show, Alpha's worse. Alpha's more of an animal. She's more dark. And in the comics, they make it pretty clear that deep down, Alpha is just this normal woman that feels bad about things. Right before Negan kills her, she breaks down in tears and admits that she's just pretending to be something she isn't. And I don't see this Alpha doing that, I don't see this Alpha breaking down in tears and admitting, oh, I'm just pretending like I'm this monster. I'm really not a monster. I mean, she seems like she enjoys it. She enjoyed killing that man and that woman that challenged her. She hit her daughter when she was 3 years old. I think this Alpha's a little darker than the Alpha in the comics, so I don't know that her comic death is going to fit. I don't see this character getting tricked by Negan. I don't see this character breaking down in tears and revealing her true self and then getting killed off and getting caught off guard. So I don't know if Alpha's comic death is going to work. She might stay as the main villain. So the whole thing with Alpha getting killed before the Whisperer War starts, so that's the thing that starts the Whisperer War, and then Beta leads the Whisperer War and basically becomes the main villain for a while. I don't know that that's going to work. I mean, I like the idea because I loved Ryan Hurst, but they might just keep Alpha as the main villain. So I hope that they don't. I mean, if they do that, that's fine. But I hope they don't. I hope they don't kill Beta off prematurely. I want Beta to live as long as he lives in the comics. If Alpha lives longer, that's fine. But hopefully they don't trade. They don't switch Beta and Alpha's deaths or anything. They don't kill Beta before the Whisperer War. I want to see Beta in the Whisperer War. So yeah. Hopefully, if they want to keep Alpha alive, that's cool. But don't kill off Beta soon or anything. Anyway, we go back to Alexandria, and it's revealed that Gabriel knows Rosita's pregnant with Siddiq's child. I mean, it's they're all being adults. A lot of people were calling Rosita a slut and a hoe, and I don't agree with that stuff. I never thought that. I didn't think that Rosita would cheat on Gabriel. I just didn't think that was in her character. You know, she in the comics she's different. She's like Alpha. Rosita is a little different in the comics than in the TV show. In the comics, for one thing, she gets barely any character development. She's really not important to the plot. Like, I'm pretty sure when she dies, like, no one cared. I mean, maybe some people, but she didn't get a lot of lines in the comics. She was never that relevant to the plot, and she was also a bitch. Like, she was a bitch. Like, she was, you know, she was in a relationship with Eugene, and she cheats on Eugene and gets pregnant. And the show, I just thought, I don't think she's going to cheat. I mean, she's in a relationship with Gabriel. That's another difference. But I didn't think she was going to cheat on Gabriel. That just doesn't sound like Rosita. I mean, do you remember how heartbroken she was when Abraham broke up with her? And he broke up with her. Abraham never cheated. And he might have had feelings for Sasha, but he never cheated. But when he broke up with her, she was devastated for like the rest of season 6. And for her to cheat, that would just be like absolute hypocrisy. So I just didn't think she was that type of character. You know, she is the type of person that when she's single, you know, she likes to have fun. She likes to maybe sleep with a good-looking guy. I mean, that just makes her a human. That just makes her a normal human. Man, woman, it doesn't matter. It makes her a normal human. It's the zombie apocalypse. I mean, you gotta have fun when you can have fun. You know, she's just being a human. So yeah, she slept with Siddiq before she got. I think she slept with Siddiq before she met Gabriel. She started dating Gabriel, but she was pregnant with Siddiq's child. And you know, Siddiq, Gabriel, Rosita, they're all handling it like adults. Like, Gabriel's not about to like punch Siddiq in the face or anything. I mean, I think Siddiq wants Rosita to be with Gabriel, and Rosita wants to be with Gabriel. And I didn't think about this, but I think Gabriel's a little unsure about whether he can stay with her because Rosita's child is Siddiq's child, you know. So, you know, he's wondering if the baby should be close to the biological father. But we got the scene with Eugene where Eugene tells Gabriel, "Look, that's Rosita's decision. If Rosita wants to be with you, then you and her should be the parents of the baby. And Rosita wants to be with you. Rosita loves you." I love the scene with Eugene. Eugene and Gabriel had this like 5-minute conversation in the episode. At first I was like, what the fuck is he doing? Because it looks like he's got these like diagraphs of the pros and cons of staying with Rosita, and I was just like, what, Eugene, that's a little weird even for you. And for those of you that don't know, I made a video about this a couple of months ago, but for those of you that don't know, I am not the biggest fan of Eugene. I'm just kind of tired of his shtick. He's not really changing or evolving as a character. He's just doing the same cowardice of self-serving shit over and over. He's not really funny. He just kind of says weird stuff. Like, take for example Simon and Abraham. Their lines were funny. Their lines made me smile. But Eugene just says weird shit for the sake of weird shit. And he's lasted longer than almost every other character in the show. And I'm just like, maybe it's time to kill him. But in this scene, I really liked him. I mean, it's been a while since he did something that was truly selfless. You know, he said things to Gabriel because he wants to. He loves Rosita. He cares about Rosita, and he wants to help Rosita. He knows that Rosita chose Gabriel. You know, Eugene is in love with Rosita, but he knows that Rosita chose Gabriel, and Rosita's pregnant, and he wants what's best for her. So Eugene was actually being really selfless when he was talking Gabriel into, you know, like, look, Rosita loves you, don't be an idiot. Rosita is the best thing to ever happen to you. You need to stay with her and have this baby together and be together. It's the best thing for her. And, like, Eugene even gives Gabriel, like, stretchy pants and tells Gabriel to pretend like they're from him to make Rosita happy. I was like, that's funny. But that was really good of Eugene to do that, to do all that, to try to help Rosita. And there's this one moment where Gabriel, Rosita, and Siddiq are all walking in a building together, and I don't get that. Why does Siddiq need to even be there? Like, Siddiq should have walked away, and then Gabriel and Rosita go into the building. Why is he even going into the building? Are they just going to have like a mature conversation about what they're going to, like, with the plan with the baby? Maybe I guess that makes sense. But But Eugene looks at Rosita and smiles, and I was like, damn. Like, and Rosita's really happy, and I'm just like, damn. Rosita's gonna die. Yeah, I'm sticking with it. Rosita and Ezekiel are gonna die like the comics. They're gonna be heads on spikes. And then that little moment with Eugene and Rosita, that might be the last time they see each other, or at least one of the very last times they see each other. Remember how they made a big deal about one of Eugene and Abraham's last scenes where they hug each other, and it was kind of like a goodbye. I'm kind of getting that. I kind of got that vibe when Eugene smiled at Rosita, like it's one of these last scenes that Eugene and Rosita are ever going to have. So it's kind of a big deal, and it's kind of emotional because they've had a dynamic ever since season 4. So they've been close to each other for a long time, and if that's one of their last scenes, then I guess it is a big deal. But yeah, I think Rosita's going to die. I think Ezekiel's going to die. I hate it, but I'm just sticking with it until I'm proven wrong. But yeah. I loved Alpha in this episode. I loved all the scenes with Alpha. When we first got the little teaser trailer where we first heard Alpha talking, yeah, her accent did seem a little odd. I didn't think it was bad, I just thought it was odd, and a lot of people were like, oh man, Alpha's gonna suck, what is this actress doing, that accent's weird, and I made several videos where I was just saying, look, all we've seen is a little bit of the character, all we've heard is a few of her lines, you need to give her a fair chance, we need to wait until there's like episodes of her talking a lot and her getting a lot of screen time, like give the character a real chance, like don't just jump to conclusions over a couple of lines or one little scene of the character. We need to like wait until a few episodes later where she really gets developed as the new big bad. And if you still think she's lame then, that's different. But we don't know. I don't think we have enough information to jump to conclusions and think that this actress is not doing good as Alpha. Wait until she gets a lot of screen time as the big bad and everything. In this episode, she gets a lot of screen time as the big bad, and sure enough, I think she's phenomenal. So I think the people that were making fun of her accent before, they're probably shutting up now because she's doing great as Alpha. She is terrifying. I think she's perfect. She might be the best villain yet. I mean, I like the governor and Negan, but just the strength in her performance, just how terrifying she is. And every second I'm looking at her and every line she has is just creepy and scary, and you never know if she's just, like when she's gonna just kill you, and I'm loving it. I'm loving Samantha Morton's performance as Alpha. I think she's acing it. I think she's doing perfect. Yeah, she's doing great. And Beta, I'm liking Ryan Hurst's performance. Like I said, he didn't get a lot of lines in this episode, but it looks like next episode we're getting the Daryl versus Beta. Yeah, we're getting it. I can't wait. Like the preview shows Beta like running through a fucking wall like a raging bull without a fuck to give, slamming Daryl against another wall. Like, oh shit. Oh man, I hope that they don't like make Beta's I hope they don't make Daryl too OP. Like I know he's Daryl, he's got to get out of it, but I want Beta to like get a few punches in. Or I want Daryl to get hurt, like maybe a broken rib or something. Not something too crazy, but just I want Beta to really leave an impression, because he's a badass. Ryan Hurst is a badass. Beta is a badass. If you're gonna have Daryl versus Beta, you have to have Beta have a few moments where he's kicking Daryl's ass. Can't wait for it though. I can't wait. It's gonna be great. So hopefully Beta gets a bigger part next episode. But yeah, and with Henry, I was really worried about the guy. I was worried that he was going to get killed. A lot of people don't like Henry right now. A lot of people don't like the actor's performance. I think his name is Matt Lintz. I like the actor. I like the character. He's a 17-year-old that's crazy over a girl. I mean, do you remember that shit? Because I certainly do. If you're expecting some sort of Leonardo DiCaprio type of shit. That's not what it is. It's just a 17-year-old that's obsessed with a girl and is like being super brave and being a dumbass and almost getting killed. That's exactly how it is. He's not underdoing it. He's not overdoing it either. You know, keep that in mind. He's not. I don't think the actor's trying to win Emmys, because that's just not the way this character is. He's a 17-year-old that's crazy about a girl. I mean, I think he's doing perfect. I mean, if Ezekiel and Carol's heads are on spikes or whatever, that's just an example. You know, okay, let's just say Ezekiel's head's on a spike and Henry sees it. You know, if Henry cries and is upset, if he does a weak performance, then okay, fine. But right now, I think he's doing what he needs to be doing, and I don't think he's doing a bad job. I really hope that he makes it to season 10, because I'm starting to like the character. I think he works. Like, if you're gonna make him the next Carl, then make him the next. Then if you're getting, don't like, not make him the next Carl, but if you're gonna give him comics, Carl's comic material, then give him comic Carl's material. Don't just kill him off, because it's like that just defeats the purpose, you know. So I like Henry. I support Henry. I support Henry's actor. And of course, you know, Cassie McClincy as Lydia is doing good. She just turned 18, so yeah, she's hot. I can say that now. But yeah, as an actress, she's great. I think she's doing great. I mean, The Walking Dead doesn't really have a big history of weak actors, you know, as characters. I mean, I think Chandler Riggs was a weak actor. I think Enid's actress is kind of weak. But other than that, I can't even think of another actor that was weak in the show. So most actors are good. But yeah, one of my criticisms for this episode, the ending. I like Daryl and Connie wearing the skins. That was clever. I was in the back of my head, I was kind of thinking, you know, Daryl would do that. You know, like, not only does Daryl know how to track the Whisperers, but he's gonna adapt to the game. He's gonna be a Whisperer. He's gonna put on Walker's skin. He's gonna do the same thing they've done. The Whisperers have just taught Daryl a new trick to live. Like, the Whisperers kind of fucked themselves a little bit, because you showed Daryl a new trick, you know, wearing the Walker skins and everything. Now, in the comics, that was Dwight's idea. Dwight was the one that decided, you know, let's put on the Whisperer masks and pretend to be Whisperers, and that way it's easier to get close to the Whisperers and kill them. And but it seems like in the TV show, Daryl gets some of comic Dwight stuff, because Dwight's not in the TV show anymore, so some of the comic Dwight stuff is probably going to go to Daryl. So I like that. That was good. One criticism I have is, okay, let me know what I got wrong here. It just seems like, okay, so it's the Whisperers at their camp, and Alpha's trying to get Lydia to kill Henry, and then all of a sudden there's this big group of walkers that are tearing through their camp and killing people, and that's how Daryl and Connie sneak in and rescue Henry. So how did they sneak up on the Whisperers with all those walkers without making noise? Without alerting the Whisperers? Am I missing something? I mean, the walkers growl. I guess you could cut off their jaws, but then they can't bite the Whisperers. I don't think they did cut off their jaws, so they'd be growling. Unless you, like, cut out their vocal cords or something, then I guess you can't hear their growls. But what about the sounds of the walkers walking? You know, the sounds of Daryl and I mean, I guess Daryl and Connie can, like, quietly sneak in, but with all those walkers, they're not going to be stealthy. So how did they catch the Whisperers off guard like that? I don't get it. That just, someone explain that to me, how like a big group of walkers just totally snuck up on the Whisperers without a single sound that would have alerted the Whisperers. Because I mean, the Whisperers, they're Whisperers, you know. They live outside. They've dealt with walkers. They should know they should know better than to get snuck up on by a walker, because they live outside. They should be very acute to sounds, and you know, the sounds that walkers make. And I don't understand that. How they not hear anything until it was too late, until they were literally getting their faces eaten off. I don't understand that. That just doesn't. That just kind of seems like a plot convenience. Like, I'm glad they didn't kill Henry, but like I wish they came up with a better way to rescue him. Still, it was cool seeing Daryl and Connie and Whisper masks, or not Whisper masks. I mean, I guess they did the same thing. They cut off the skin of the walker and put it on or whatever. That was cool. I like that. So I kind of want to give it a pass, even though it seemed like a big plot hole. But yeah. Also, I made a video last Sunday about Daryl and Connie because, look, I'm not much of a shipper, okay? I mean, I might make videos about, will this person be with this person? But if you watch the video, I might say no. See, when I make videos with questions, I can either say yes or no, you know? The video is simply about my opinions on the question. So just because I make a video about, you know, two characters being shipped or two characters maybe getting together, you might watch the video and I might be like, hell no, that's not going to happen. They're not going to get together. But I made a video about Daryl and Connie getting together, and honestly, I see it. I mean, like I said, I'm not much of a shipper, but I see it. I could see a connection between them. In this episode, it just does even more for me. I mean, the scene where Dog breaks Daryl's arrow and like Connie's laughing at him, and there's like two walkers coming at Daryl and Connie lift up their weapons and kill them both like in sync. Like, I don't know. I got a feeling. I have a feeling Daryl and Connie are going to get together. The good thing is I don't think Connie's bitten, because I was worried last episode when Connie was in the cornfield. There's like one scene where she's like struggling with walkers, and like there's a walker that's like on her, and she's got one of her hands wrapped around a baby, so she really only got like one free arm. I was worried that she got bitten because she was kind of acting different out of nowhere. I guess she just feels bad about what happened to Lydia, but she just seemed like she was just acting weird out of nowhere, and I thought maybe she got bitten. But she seemed happier in this episode. She didn't seem like someone that's hiding a bite. And there's previews for next episode. There's been like 2 days since Lydia got traded for Luke and Alden. It's been 2 days. At least 2 days. Like, it's been night, day, night, day, night, day. If you pay attention, that like the passage of time has been like night, day, night, day, night, day. In the preview, it's for episode 13, it's day again, and Connie's still alive. So she should have been showing symptoms by then. So I guess she's not been. So she really did just go out with Daryl because she felt bad about Lydia. So I'm thinking, yeah, Daryl and Connie might get to know each other, and they might have a romance. I'm telling you. I'm calling it. I think Daryl and Connie are going to happen. Like, I don't ship Daryl with a lot of characters. I haven't been doing it for years, but something about Connie, I think it's going to happen. And remember, in Season 9, Episode 2, which was a while ago, but right before Aaron got his arm crushed, he was talking about Gracie, and Aaron was like, Daryl, have you ever thought of settling down? Because you'd be a really good dad. And Daryl's just like grunting and like, nah. And I'm like, that's weird. Are they going to give Daryl a woman in this season? I thought it might have been Sydney, but I don't even know if she's alive anymore. So I'm telling you, there's a reason they put that in there. There's a reason they put that scene in there. And I think that reason is Connie. I think Connie and Daryl are going to get together. Anyway, this is a pretty good episode. I'm really, really excited for next episode. Mostly because I'm really, really excited for Beta versus Daryl. Can't wait for that. Can't wait. But yeah, that's pretty much all I got. That pretty much covers my review. So with all that said, don't be shy. Hit that like and subscribe. I'm not going anywhere. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Did you like this episode? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Did you dislike it? Are you indifferent? What are your opinions on any part of the episode? Just let me know in the comments below. And I make 1 to 2 Walking Dead videos per day. So please, please hit that subscribe button. Right now we are at 392 subscribers. My goal is to try to get to 400. So we are 8 subscribers away from that goal of 400. We're pretty much already there. You know, we're there. Like, we're 8 away. We're there. I'm so happy. I'm so happy with how quickly we got to 400. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you for subscribing. every single subscriber counts. Just remember that. If you're contemplating subscribing to the channel, if you like my videos, if you like what I have to offer, for one thing, feel free to, criticize or praise or, let me know what you like or dislike about my videos. Let me know what you want to see, and I'll consider it. I'll take it into consideration. If there's a certain topic, if there's a certain video you want me to make, if I can do it, I'll try to do it. And every subscriber counts. If you think, oh, I'm not going to subscribe because I don't really matter. If every single person that subscribed thought that, I would have 0 subscribers. So I mean it when I say every subscriber counts. It makes a big difference. It's a big help. I really appreciate it. Can't wait to get to 400. We're just 8 away. We're already there pretty much. Once we get to 400, I'll make a video about that. I'm so happy we're almost there. But yeah, I'll stop ranting about getting subscribers, but I'm mostly just happy that we're so close to 400. So yeah. But yeah, anyway, with all that said, I am Spencer Rhodes, and I will see you guys later. Bye!